Just a day before terrorists bled the Indian Army, Times Now accessed an exclusive video which exposes the grim reality that the nation faces in Kashmir. The video marks the coming together of a new, insidious terror alliance of the Lashkar, the Jaish and the Hizbul Mujahideen. The video proves for the first time that after first driving out Hindus from the state, terror groups are now waging a war on the inclusive philosophy of Kashmiriyat. In other words, the video is evidence that Pak-controlled terror groups are now working overtime to turn Kashmir into a Wahhabi caliphate, an Islamist enclave. The question is whether India will tolerate the creation of an Islamist state in its northernmost state. Look at those pictures. This is an unmistakable proof of a new Wahhabi plot, a Kashmir Caliphate plot. These individuals are drawn from the Hizbul Mujahideen, the Lashkar-e-Toiba, and of course, the Azhar Masood run organization called the Jaish-e-Mohammed. It's very interesting because thus far, many separatists, many of those who support the cause for Azadi in Kashmir have said that the Hizbul Mujahideen is an indigenous terror organization drawn only from Kashmiris who only want Azadi for Jammu and Kashmir. Then what are they doing? Hobnobbing for those who take their message straight from clerics, who want to set up a caliphate, an Islamic state of the nature that has been set up in Syria and Iraq. And doesn't this all very conveniently then fit into the narrative that is being pushed aggressively by individuals who now say that this is a war of faith against the Indian state? Remember, in the late 80s, they drove out Hindus. Now they want moderate Muslims and anyone who believes in the inclusive spirit of Kashmiriyat to be cloaked in the veil of faith. I want to throw this open because this completely exposes the myth that this is some movement for human rights. This is no longer about that. Major General G.D. Bakshi, with us this evening, Inamul Nabi and Gohar Gilani. Sushil Pandit, co-founder Roots in Kashmir, also with us. I want to first ask Gohar Gilani. Gohar Gilani, will you now accept that Kashmiriyat is dead? This great inclusive spirit of Kashmiriyat that you all talked about, this culture of openness, etc., is all dead? That you are all now in the clutches of a regressive theology?
Caliphate myself.
Rahul, if this question is asked to me, addressed to me, I would say that Kashmiriyat is very much kicking and alive in Kashmir. It's an alcove of Sufis and saints. And you see how Indian Army used a civilian as a human shield, and it invited international outrage. And even an Indian Army general, Lieutenant General Panag, said that India will have to pay for this now because it has, gone viral, and explained to the people of the world that how Indian Army behaves in Kashmir. As far as your question is concerned, I would like to say that 300,000 non-Muslim migrant laborers live happily in Kashmir. There's a Sikh community living in Kashmir. There are tourists coming every year. There are 500,000 Amarnath pilgrims visiting Kashmir each year. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so what is the Hizbul Mujahideen doing partnering the Lashkar-e-Toiba? Are they playing carom with them?
For that, you have to ask Hizbul Mujahideen spokesperson. So bring anyone from Hizbul Mujahideen, he will answer this question.
How convenient is that?
I will answer larger questions.
When the proof stares you in the face,
would you answer?
Direct the question to the Hizbul Mujahideen commander.
Farooq Dar as a human shield.
When the question is about Kashmiriyat losing its identity to Wahhabi or being subsumed by Wahhabi theocracy and theology, then you will sit and talk about the army. The fact is, sir, that you're all becoming Islamized. There is nothing
Why not?
called
Why not?
Kashmiriyat.
Why are you afraid? Mr. Rahul, are you scared of talking about
You should
army?
be afraid.
Is it a
You should
sacred
be
cow?
afraid, sir, not me.
Why are you scared about it?
Because
Why are you
tomorrow
scared?
your
When
women
Lieutenant
will not be
Colonel
allowed to go
Panag
out
is
of their
talking about
homes.
it, why are you
will not
scared?
be able to play
Why
and
are you
listen to your
scared,
lovely
Mr. Rahul?
Sufi music, and it's already happening. Don't you know? Asya Indrabi has told all the women
listen
in
to
the
it every
state,
day.
wear
You
your
come to my
burqas,
home, I will
only
make you
show
listen to
this much of your only
Sufism
show
is
this
in our
much
hearts
of your
and minds.
face, and if you don't, I'll throw acid on it.
You please come on my invitation.
No,
I will make you
will all
listen
be
to
asked
lovely
to grow
Sufi
beards
music.
this thick and never
And you
shave
will enjoy
again.
it, I'm sure. And you will
Sir,
also
it's a beautiful
get rid of this
race.
rhetoric which you are very
Kashmiris
fond
are
of.
beautiful people. They will be cloaked. They will be cloaked, sir, in burqas from head
Yes,
to
of
head
course.
to head to toe.
We are oppressed.
You will be
we are
bearded.
oppressed people
You will
by
be bearded.
this
You will
brutal
only be able to peer
militarization.
out of little slits, and that's what's going to happen. The point is, you can stand up and say there is a problem, or you can live in denial.
Is Jadeja a radical and Virat Kohli radical?
Who are those
because
men?
They sport beards?
They do it out of choice, not because they've been asked to do it at gunpoint because they lose their heads.
Ask them.
Come on, sir. Come on. Now, grow up. You're on a show. We are not here
Mr.
to...
Rahul, come on. Now, Gaurakshaks will not teach us lessons
one
of
second. We're not here, sir.
composite
We're not here
culture.
to reduce
Come on.
everything to a ridiculous, sophomoric debate. We're having a serious debate. There's a problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Before
telling you.
1989,
Please talk about
name me
real
one.
issues.
No, name me
the
one.
ban on social
name
media,
me one,
the killing
name
of
me
civilians.
One mullah
Talk
who was
about the real
practicing
issues.
and preaching
What
in
are you talking
Kashmir,
about?
sir. After that, you know where they all came from. Why are you hiding behind this great mask? Why are you hiding behind this mask of intolerance?
I wonder why you don't have the courage to talk about the civilian killings at the hands of Indian Army. The undemocratic ban on social media.
I want to bring in General Bakshi on this point.
I know people are listening to this and they should know. Indians have a right to know what is happening.
Indians have a right to know. Yeah, you are a Pakistani, right?
Can people have a right to listen to somebody else also?
I'm a Kashmiri, proud Kashmiri.
You don't sound like one, because if you were a proud Kashmiri, you would have been saying, yes, there is a problem in Kashmir. We are being overrun.
Sufi Kashmiri.
We are being overrun by people with a medieval mindset, and we need to stand up and stop it. Yes.
Rahul,
cool down.
Rahul,
Gaurakshak is liberalism.
Will you
liberal
kindly
democracy.
listen? We've heard you. We have heard you with patience. Kindly listen.
Sir, please, come on.
Kindly listen. Rahul, I have been saying for a very long time, that the problem in the valley, there is no freedom struggle going on there worth the name. What has been happening is the rabid communalization, the radicalization and the ghettoization of Kashmir. Just like there is a ghetto outside Paris, there is a ghetto outside Brussels where the police can't enter, and you have a mini caliphate established. They have been trying to establish a ghetto in Jammu and Kashmir. The first step of this ghettoization was the slaughter and the ethnic cleansing of the Kashmiri Pandits. For all 4.5 lakhs of them, they have still not been allowed to come in. Look at
this chap.
The next was the destruction of the Sufi culture. We're talking about
xenophobia, and he's laughing.
The destruction of the Sufi culture.
And he calls himself, sir, a spokesperson. A spokesperson of human rights. Look at him. He's laughing away.
Look, what I would like to say, Rahul, is
against Hindus.
Rahul,
I'm laughing at your exaggeration.
Put in a crate and
can be decried
to
in
Pakistan.
Gujarat.
You'll be happy there where they butcher
Why should it
left,
not
right,
be decried in Jammu and Kashmir?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is communalism, plain and simple.
I want to bring in.
Every Friday you incite people and put them on the road.
No, tomorrow they'll be all running around with ISIS flags, black flags. You will see them. We'll show those visuals again tomorrow. And then we'll call the gentleman back. We will call Gohar Gilani back, and then he can have a good laugh at it. Because the next time he will be clothed and cloaked in the ISIS colors. And then transported, sir, for not following the orders of those barbarians. I just want to bring in Inamul Nabi. Inamul Nabi, when Hafiz Saeed says the Kashmir issue is one of the core issues of the Islamic Ummah, I want to ask you, are we talking about a political issue or a motive with a sinister religious agenda? These are not my words, these are his words. So if he's running around with the Hizbul Mujahideen and the Hizbul Mujahideen is saluting all his people, then how can you call this a political issue?
Before answering your question, let me condemn in strong words the state terrorism, the unabated and continuation of state terrorism, in which today again you have killed an innocent person.
From Pakistan, condemn it. Condemn the state terrorism from Pakistan.
In uniform.
No, condemn
terrorists in uniform.
Condemn the terrorists
who are killing civilians in every encounter.
Condemn the terrorists who killed a PDP leader. Condemn that terrorist.
Encounter.
No. You condemn that terrorist who killed that Kashmiri leader. The PDP leader. Condemn it. Condemn it. You see, you don't have the guts. You are sponsored by those individuals in Pakistan. You are the face, sir, of treachery, and I am saying it with absolute deliberation. Inamul Nabi,
is this gift?
Condemn first the terrorism.
After attending Unified High Command meeting and meeting Home Minister and Prime Minister.
बोलिए इनामुल नबी, आप मुझे ये बताइए, you first begin by condemning the murder of the PDP leader Mr. Dar by Pak terrorists. Condemn it.
Mr. Rahul, repeat with me.
Condemn it.
Are you a journalist?
Condemn it.
Journalist? Don't be biased. Are you a journalist?
Condemn it. Condemn it.
The innocent killing.
Condemn it, sir. Condemn it.
The cold-blooded murder.
Condemn it.
You condemn it first. Say I condemn. Say I condemn the state terrorism.
Absolutely.
Would you like to condemn anyone's death?
Murder of
I condemn anyone's death.
Kashmiri was.
Violence should be condemned. Unprovoked violence should be condemned. Now you tell me, you want to sit down and condemn? No, condemn Pakistan.
Yes.
I will condemn violence of every type. You condemn it now.
Condemn first.
Let's see you. No, let's see you. Bolo na, can you go against your paid masters? Tell me. Condemn it. Condemn it, sir. Condemn it. You first condemn it. You first condemn, like I have done, condemning violence of any, of any magnitude. I condemn violence. I am for a peaceful solution. Excuse me. I am only asking you this. Nahi, Gulam, whatever your name is, Mr. Nabi, excuse me, Mr. Nabi, Inamul Nabi, you first begin by condemning, like I have condemned violence. You condemn the violence of terrorists. Condemn it right now. Let us see where your Kashmiriyat is.
Condemn the.
Apni Kashmiriyat ka example dijiye. Give me an example of your great, all-embracing Kashmiriyat. Say, I condemn it. There you go. There you go. Here is an individual. Here is an individual who's losing his rag on national television because he can't face up to the fact and cannot go against his paid masters. That's the problem. I want to bring in
Mr. Rahul, answer my question.
No. We've answered enough of yours. How about answering a couple of mine? Sushil Pandit.
They have to reply my question.
What do you make of these two individuals and their arguments here?
Let you condemn the state terrorism.
So we now have proof
Rahul.
because the Jaish-e-Mohammed led by Maulana Masood Azhar, and that is responsible for the attacks on Indian Parliament in 2001, likes to call itself the Army of Muhammad. The Army of Muhammad today has embraced Sayyid Salahuddin Hizbul Mujahideen, which is supposed to be an indigenous movement, not my words, who is seeking a political solution. What are political, so-called political activists, as they like to call themselves, doing, embracing, so one second, the Army of Muhammad. What is going on there?
Rahul, let me tell you what is going on. This is, well, my two fellow Kashmiris on the panel are in absolute denial because they do not want to confront what lies ahead. You just have to show them the pictures of Aleppo in Syria today. What a ghost town it has become. You show them the pictures of Kirkuk. You show them the pictures of bombed Damascus. You show them the pictures. You show them the pictures of burnt Charar-e-Sharif. Now look at this pig-headed attitude. Look at this mulish attitude. They won't even listen.
Who killed Chadura people? 3 innocent people.
If you show them the pictures, if you show them those pictures, that is when they realize where Kashmir is headed.
I will show the
when there will be mass exodus of their own family, their own neighborhood, their own civilian population, when those people will run for their lives because there is destruction and absolute devastation in the valley, that is when they will repent. But it would be too late. They are going to convert entire valley into Afghanistan, bring it to rubble ages. They are bent upon it. They want to see that destruction within their lifetime. They would turn their homes, their marketplaces, their cities into ghost towns where children would be begging for life, for a morsel. They want to see that day. Till then, they will devilishly keep smiling like Gauhar Gilani smiled when you talked about a genocide.
Where from you got 5 crore bungalow?
When you showed the pictures.
You are a Kashmiri Pandit. Where from you got a 5 crore bungalow? Mr. Sushil Pandit, tell me where from you got 5 crore bungalow?
Look at his face.
In Nizamuddin, Delhi. Where from you got a bungalow?
You need to send him to a sanatorium. He needs.
Yes, you are getting money to defame Kashmiris.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Yes. You need a migration certificate to get 10,000 rupees.
Within their lifetime, they will see a complete and absolute devastation of Kashmir with people like these.
Fraud Kashmiri Pandit.
Let me bring in General Bakshi into this. General Bakshi, go ahead.
Rahul.
Yes.
Rahul.
Yes.
Rahul, I would like to remind these gentlemen what the district commander of the Lashkar-e-Toiba, who replaced Burhan Wani, said. He said, we will make a caliphate in Kashmir. He said, stone pelting is an Islamic duty.
You are ill-informed.
He said,
former general.
we are against democracy.
You are
we are against democracy.
आपने यही काम किया होगा किश्तवाड़ में, पता चल रहा है हमें.
And that Pakistani flag
you killed
is an indictment of your loyalty to your nation, of your loyalty to your son. You are traitors with a capital T.
How many people you have killed in
Kishtwar?
You are traitors with a capital T.
How many people you have killed in Kishtwar? In 23 months.
Rahul, you mustn't bring school dropouts to a debate like this.
You are traitors. You have sold yourself
illiterate and uneducated.
You wave the ISIS flag.
Very important.
The whole world finds that
it's very important to bring these individuals out, because these individuals are opinion makers in Kashmir. Let's expose them. Don't put them in mothballs. Let the rest of India, let the people also of Jammu and Kashmir see these. See these absolutely medieval barbarians who stand here today and are spokespersons for the Lashkar-e-Toiba, the Hizbul Mujahideen and other complete obscurantists who are sanctioned by the international community. Let the world see their faces. Here are the two principal examples.
Who forced Zaki to take to arms?
Principal examples of obscurantism on national TV, and these two individuals are going back to their state, writing articles on a daily basis, completely polluting the minds of their youth.
To take to arms and stones.
And they are young. They are young. They're supposed to represent a society. They're supposed to represent a cause. Look at this absolute mindlessness.
Whom you are representing?
They can't even engage in a civilized dialogue.
Whom you are
they
representing?
Can't even mention two words of civility.
Yeah,
the man is a school dropout, and he claims to be some kind of an intelligent person.
Let me read out. Let me read out, sir. I want to read out something. Here is what Zakir Rashid Bhatt, who succeeded the terrorist Burhan Wani, said. Especially, he said, those brothers, if they have picked up stones, why have they picked up stones and with what intent? This is what I want to talk about. I want to tell them that don't go into this battle of nationalism. Don't go into this battle
of you, but people love them.
Wani, keep quiet. Calm down. Listen. If not to me, listen to your own. Listen to your own masters.
Whenever there is any
Zakir Rashid Bhatt ki baat sun lijiye. Don't listen to the voice of reason. Listen to the voice of a terrorist. At least listen to him.
Okay.
Listen to him. Vani, suniye. Especially those brothers, if they have picked up stones, why have they picked up stones and with what intent? This is what I want to talk about. I want to tell them, don't get into this battle of nationalism. I often see a lot of people in Kashmir get into this battle of nationalism, which is haram. Which is haram in Islam. He says this is not about Watan and Azadi. This is about establishing a caliphate. Because if you talk about Watan, it is haram in Islam. So tell me,
today?
No, tell me, sir, one second, Gohar Gilani. So tell me, if the Hizbul Mujahideen is run by a Wahhabi, then what future do you have? That's the question I'm asking you. Gohar Gilani, will you deny it? Will you laugh devilishly?
Tell me about the education.
You know, you can laugh right now because the Indian state gives you the freedom to sit here and abuse it.
What's your question?
But tomorrow when you raise your...
Mr. Rahul, I address to you...
I'm saying, Gilani, 1 second. You can come out here and say all your... you can spread your pollution because the Indian state gives you the freedom to do this. You do this in Lahore and Islamabad and I'll give you 100 rupees. I bet you right now you go and you tell the Pakistanis that they export terror anywhere and they lop your head off. I'll pay you 100 rupees right now. You want to have a bet? Go across the border, sit in Lahore, hold a press conference and call Hafiz Saeed a terrorist,
condemning Indian army,
and you won't live to see the day.
Indian army.
So I can safely have this bet with you because I'm never going to lose my money because you won't return.
Indian atrocities in
we leave it at that. I think
you have a monologue.
I think the viewers today have got a sense.
You act as a spokesman.
These are two intellectuals. No, these are two intellectuals. I will never be a spokesperson for Pakistan, and neither will be a spokesperson for some obscurantist mullahs who masquerade as freedom fighters. Sir, I'm sorry, but you've got me absolutely wrong. And if you think that I'm going to actually empathize with any of this claptrap, you're completely right. I am never going to empathize with this claptrap. You can keep accusing me. But I just wanted our viewers to get a sense really of the prevailing mindset in Jammu and Kashmir. These are the two individuals who are opinion makers, who take themselves very seriously, and they are today renting out their own state to jihadis. We leave it at that. We leave it at that.
News
are coming up.